Well, long before the Pride of Britain Awards, there were the amazing volunteer nurses who served in both World Wars. And the Countess of Wessex has unveiled a monument to them. Many left home for the first time and travelled all over the Commonwealth to support Allied troops. And they included Vera Brittain, who grew up in Buxton, and she went on to write the book Testament of Youth about her wartime experiences. 1,300 died, and survivors were left traumatised by what they witnessed. Few ever wanted to speak of their experiences. Well, now they are remembered at the National Memorial Arboretum, and it's from there that Wesley Smith reports.
Caring hands around the globe, commemorated in stone at the National Memorial Arboretum near Burton. The story of the volunteer nurses who gave so much to help wounded and sick soldiers during both World Wars is one of young, unsung heroines, many of whom faced horrific scenes and suffered post-traumatic stress in the years that followed. One of those who served, Ethel Lote from nearby Aldridge. Now 97, she told the Countess of Wessex of her wartime experiences at Burntwood Hospital.
Well, when I first went there, it was mostly civilian patients because the bombing in Birmingham had just started, and the Birmingham hospitals were full. It was very basic to start with, because we just had huts. There were 7 huts with 40 patients in each.
Like Ethel, Vera Brittain was a voluntary aid detachment nurse. Her best-selling memoir, Testament of Youth, made into a film, recounted her experiences during the First World War and the beginning of her journey towards pacifism. Her daughter is politician Baroness Williams. Etched in the globe here, so many names, people who served, volunteers who gave their all to help others. The Nursing Memorial Appeal was established in 2011 to raise funds for a permanent memorial at the Arboretum.
It's right to remember all the men that died in the First and Second World Wars, but there was no national memorial for the nurses that cared for them and died as well. And so this is what this memorial is doing.
The charity is supported by patrons Lord and Lady Fellows.
We couldn't be more thrilled or delighted. They've made this incredible memorial, which has got all the names of the nurses who have died in alphabetical order. And it seems to me, from initial look, that it's on the seas and the oceans. They've written these names with 2 hands just holding up the globe. And actually, I find it very, very, very moving indeed.
It's very shocking to see how many did die. I mean, one knows some of those stories, the nurses killed in Singapore and so on, but I thought it was a rarity, whereas these swarms of names, and I'm sure there are more.
The Countess of Wessex was here as royal patron of the Nursing Memorial Appeal. The charity is now working to support nurses who find themselves in conflict zones today.
I think it is very important to have this recognition, because the volunteer nurses knew that there were risks attached to what they were doing, but through care, compassion and kindness, put their lives aside and went to help others.
1,300 women who lost their lives are commemorated here, but it's also a tribute to their surviving colleagues, unsung heroines no more. Wesley Smith, ITV News, at the National Memorial Arboretum.
Now, my local telephone box has been turned into one of those little mini libraries, and I was wandering by and I picked